DOM nothing but document object module. Document object module. First we'll see why we need this DOM. Okay, first why we need this DOM. First major point, right, in the DOM. So as you guys know, the starting initial the when this JavaScript starts, we have some theory concept, right? Why we need JavaScript? First basic point is what? Why we need this JavaScript? In order to get the web page, nothing but HTML page from the server, right? In order to get the HTML page from the server, and after getting that page will be loaded where in the browser, in the user window, right? It will be stored, right? It will be downloaded in the user browser, right? To do this part, to do this task, we need a JavaScript, right? So JavaScript, what it will do, it is basically used to interact with the server. It will take the response from the server, and that particular response will be loaded in the browser. To do this task, we need a JavaScript, one thing, right? And second thing is what? Not only for this purpose we're going to use this JavaScript, right? So in order to perform some of the task, what task? As you guys know, what task? To display any animations, high resolutions images, right? High resolution images, to perform any animations, to perform any videos, to display any videos, right? To do these type of high end work, we need this JavaScript. Means to perform that one, to display, okay, perform in the sense what? Whatever we are doing in the web, that at finally it should display where? At the user window in the browser, right? So in order to achieve that part, in order to achieve the thing what we want to display on the user browser, this JavaScript should interact, right? This JavaScript should interact with the HTML page, right? At the end, what we are doing, we are going to write that JavaScript either in the HTML code, in the same HTML code, in the same page, or we're going to write where? In the separate file, at the separate file, right? So while doing some task, okay, the JavaScript means we are writing some JavaScript, some code means in order to perform some task there, in order to achieve some task there, right? So that code, that particular code, what writing in JavaScript, that should interact with the HTML. Means in the HTML, it should need some input, right? It needs some input. That input will be assessed by the JavaScript. You're getting my point, right? So this JavaScript and the HTML page, this HTML page is having what? Elements and attributes, right? Whatever the things we are writing in the HTML, all will be in the form of tags. We can say it as the elements, and the attributes. Attributes means what? Reference, link, images. Those things are attributes, right? You guys, I hope you guys we will be recalling that part, right? So these things, right, these elements or tag or whatever the values we are giving, whatever the statements we are using in the HTML, that may be passed as the input to the where JavaScript, in order to perform, in order to work there as an input, right? To do that part means to interacting, to getting and getting an input, or getting an element, getting an attribute from the HTML to the JavaScript, we need one API. We need an API. That API is what? DOM API, document object module API, right? So what this document module API will do, it will take the input, means whatever the elements or tags we are using in the HTML, okay, some of the tags, some of the attributes may require as an input in the JavaScript, okay, that value should be passed to the JavaScript. How to pass? We're going to pass with the API called document object module, okay. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಂತೀನಿ. So HTML page code ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀರಾ, for example, okay, for example, you have written element P, okay, tag P you are used where in the HTML, okay, you used P paragraph and followed with like hi SVAT, Okay, this we have used it. Where in the HTML page you have used this tag, right? In the JavaScript, you want to access this element value. Okay, p element when you want to where you want to pass this to JavaScript, right? This you want to pass where to JavaScript. JavaScript. Who will pass this value? Who will pass this HTML value to the JavaScript? For that, we need an API called that is DOM API. This DOM API will act as a bridge between this HTML code and between the JavaScript. Okay, this is the reason we need a DOM, document object model. One thing, and so how this DOM will get those values, get the HTML values, right? So first we understand what is this DOM tree. Okay, in HTML. So I'll give me a minute. Okay, why we need this DOM? So JavaScript interact with the HTML document, right? So interaction in the sense whatever the HTML is there, that's going to be sent for the JavaScript as the input. To accomplish this, we're going to use the interface, that's API called document object module, right? So in order to do that, right, randomly we can't send all the values, right? We can't send all the values because in the HTML we're going to use many HTML tags, many tags we're going to use, many elements we're going to use there, right? We can going to use p, div, right? Any more elements will be there in the HTML. All will be not sent as the input for the JavaScript. Whatever whichever is required, that part we can send. And while writing the HTML code, we're going to use many concepts, many technology we're going to use, right? We're going to use the selectors, like we're going to call IDs, we're going to class, right? We're going to call the class, and so many CSS styles we're going to apply in the HTML, right? Everything we can pass, right? Everything we can pass, we can send to the JavaScript, right? Before that, we should understand the hierarchy, right? That is the DOM tree. We should understand the hierarchy of that one, right? So in every HTML code, what we are writing, right? Many example we are seeing. So we start with what? Doc type, right? Doc type, then followed with HTML, then followed with head, then followed with title, then body, then in under the body we're going to write the elements, we're going to use number of tags, then we're going to close each and everything, right? We're going to close the body, we're going to close the HTML, we're going to close the everything, whatever we have opened, whatever the open tag we have used, all tag we have to at the end we have to close those tags, right? So this is what we have on hierarchy in the HTML. So same thing in the DOM, right? So starting with the document, nothing but doc type, document nothing but the doc type, then followed with HTML tag, right? It's followed with HTML. Then in under the HTML we use what? Head, right? Under head you're going to use some meta or title. Meta you already know, right? In order to use any responsive design, okay, if you want to use any responsive design, there you're going to use this meta, right? For responsive design, basically you're going to use this meta. Title, in order to display in the title bar of the browser, that we're going to use in the title. So these are the two major element we consider as the object here in the JavaScript status object, right? These are two object we're going to use under this head. Then under the body, you want to use any tags. Like we have given some example here: h1, paragraph tag, image tag, right, division tag. Right. In the paragraph tag, we're going to use the anchor tag. Like if you want to give any link, any hyper links, they're going to use this anchor tag, right? Anchor tag, right? So in the division, we can use this paragraph tag, and then the paragraph tag, you can use the tag. In starting, right, initial of the first chapter, we have seen this hierarchy. So this document, like it's a root, right? It's a root. Then HTML and head. These two are what? Siblings. And this is the parent. This is the parent for head and body. And this head becomes the parent for meta and title. Right? You already know. So this is the parent, means this are child. This are child. Right? So here in the DOM, we say it as here what? Nodes here. Here, there you're going to say it like a child node, sibling node, right? So in the DOM, also we can say it as a node. This node, with the help of this node, we can retrieve, we can access the value, right? So here in this example, okay, I'll give you one example here, right? So here document, this is like head. Okay, if we access this document, this under this document, you're having the entire HTML page. You have entire HTML element. With the help of this document, we can access. I can access any tag, any value what we have declared under this document. We can get that value, right? We can get those values. One thing. Then here under head, you have written what? Title. Share your travel. This title is what? This is an element node. Okay, this title, what we are given this program, it's a element node. Element, right? Tag, you can say it as a tag, right? So tag or an element, this is an element node. And what we're giving here, share your travels, this is what? This is a text node, right? So we can dividing, okay, we are dividing the HTML, whatever we are given the HTML, we're dividing according to the nodes there, right? What is the node here? This is the HTML head, this is a document. Okay, this is the head. Okay, we don't need of changing anything over here. But here, when it comes to element, we say this is a element node. Share your travel is what? It's a text node. Element node, text node, H reference, right? H reference equal to HTTP. What we given? This is the attribute, right? This is the attribute. We say it is the attribute node. So we have basically three types of nodes. One is element node. Second one is what? Element node. Second one is text node. Share your travel. Okay, whatever giving photo of conservatory pond in. Right. This is what? This is a text node. And here again, A is what? A is element node. This is a tag, right? This is the element node. Then H reference. This is the attribute node. When it comes to central point, this is a text node. Right. So one HTML code, it will be end up with either a element node or with a text node or with the attribute node, right? This we say the document is what? It's the root. You can't say it as a node there. It's the root, right? So we can see element node, text node, and attribute node. So whatever the values, okay, these H1P, share your travel, what we give under this HTML in JavaScript, it will be considered like a node. Okay, we will consider like a node, but we're having a different types of nodes. One is element node, text node, and attribute node. Element node means any tag what we're using in the HTML, like P, A, right, division, image, source, all these comes under element node. Text node, what we're giving here in the paragraph, this is SYT, used in Bangalore, or whatever the text we're giving, all we consider as a text node. Attribute node, like image, any path. Attribute you also right? It will be linked to the other, it will drag towards the other page, right? So that is what comes under the attribute node. We can say all nodes in the DOM shares a common set of properties and method, right? Here all nodes, here share your travels comes under this title, element node. This is some of the method or property we're going to use there under this title, right? So whatever we are going to use in the HTML, it will be in the form of node for the JavaScript. Okay, I'm going to call according to that. If I want an element node, I want to access any element, I'm going to use that element. I want to get that element, right? Next question is what we will do. Okay, after getting the nodes, after getting the element or any value as an input to the JavaScript, what we'll do, we can perform two tasks there. Either we can get that element, means DOM is basically use what? to interact between the HTML and the JavaScript. Right? Nothing but get. Get means what? I'm going to get the element from the HTML page. Okay, that is what the role of the get. Right? Here in DOM, basically it is used for what? Used to perform two tasks. One is get, second one is after getting to perform, okay, to set. Okay, these are the two major operation we're going to perform where in the DOM. Get means what? As I explained now. Okay, we're going to get the element value. You get the element from the HTML, right? And that element will be sent to the JavaScript. After sending, what this JavaScript will do? Okay, by taking that value, by taking that HTML element, what this JavaScript will do, that we say it as a set. Okay, after getting, it will do some task, it will do some modification, it will do something with that value, right? That we set as a set, right? Get and set, right? So by getting and setting the value, what JavaScript can do? Either it can add any HTML element, means it can, with the help of this DOM, we can add any HTML element, or we can delete any HTML element. I think, but we are doing some modifications. We are doing some modification to the DOM element here. Okay, we're doing some what? Modifications, some changes to the element. That's the reason of using the JavaScript, right? So it will take the result, it will take the input from the HTML, it will process on it, and it will do at the end result. Right? What may be the result? What it will perform? It will change. Okay, it will change. It will modify the JavaScript, or it will modify the result of the web page, or it can just use to access and perform something there. And this is what the role of the DOM. Right. So first I will